approach the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Boom. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. Handoff here from the shotgun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Boy, Chris, just watching this first play, this battle with the line of scrimmage in such a big game is going to be fascinating and go a long way in determining who wins this game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's St. Clair. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Finds his man. It's Wiley. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw yet again. Turns it loose downfield. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Gets the first and still running. They get the 3rd down conversion. First down now from the 37. The Wildcats will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. The quick throw out left, complete. Looks like Kansas State will have the first down. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Running out of time in the pocket. He breaks free. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
And the Wildcats will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Kansas State, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Caught behind the line. It's McClellan. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers, usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Caught over the middle. It's McClellan. The junior makes an outstanding catch.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Moore. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. And there's the handoff. He finds some space. Touchdown, Oregon, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
Heck of a job here on that combination block to open this hole up. You know, when you have 5 blockers that can work as one unit, that's as good as there is in college football and a very underrated aspect of any great team.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Bringing pressure. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. It's second down. Dropping back. It's St. Clair. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quick throw to his receiver. The pass knocked down by the defense. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
He'll field it close to midfield. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Finding space at the 20. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Ducks line up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. He'll hand it off. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. A pre-snap motion from the offense. To throw, it's St. Clair. Caught near the sticks. It's Black. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Riley. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they tack on the extra point. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Steps out at the 21-yard line. Tried to make something happen on the return, but cost himself 4 yards. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. Scanning the field. It's St. Clair. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Contact as he let the ball go. He makes the grab. Down quickly after the catch, but the ball at the 14 sets up the red zone opportunity now.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Good go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the 1st down.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Moves out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Design quarterback run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring this out 2 yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Tried to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Moore. He's running out of time here. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. K-State offense is back out on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He's got it with room to run. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the offense trots back out on the field again. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hill. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Man, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a first down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
Trying to find some room. It's Hill. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Well, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's controversial, but that lineman a little bit too far downfield, and that's a costly penalty. Second down play coming up for this offense. Scanning the field. It's Moore. Defense is coming after him. Makes the grab. It's Hill.
Boy, this is great effort. I mean, he gets his foot down, but it's meaningless without the yardage to follow.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now.
Good completion here by the offense. Good timing between the quarterback and his slot receiver. But I really like how this defense, sitting back in zone, is able to get to the football and not allow any yards after the catch.
Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here trying to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense will go for it here on 4th down and 3. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Hey, I like the aggressive approach here, trying to pick up this first down, just not able to execute. And now you've given the opposing offense really good field position. Your defense better step up.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The ball is caught.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, they might as well just keep attacking just like that.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Grab down the middle. It's Riley. Tiny space at the 20. They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Kansas State now operating in the red zone.
Here we go.
Watch the spin move. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
This offense has been hard to stop here in the first half. Can they punch it in and build the lead before the break? From the shotgun, drops back. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas State!
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. Talking about putting up points before halftime, and they're really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
They convert to PAT, so the lead is now 21. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Moore. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the call is defensive holding, and that's a big boost for this offense. So the offense comes up now on 1st down thanks to that costly penalty. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Pressure is coming. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. One more play before they head to the locker room. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Over the middle, it's Norris. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Wildcats will kick this away to get the second half going. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. He gains 9, so it's second and 1.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. Really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He could go. Touchdown, Wildcats. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Oh, he tried to force that, and it backfires. Heck of a job by the defense of stepping in front of that throw and taking it all the way back for a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so second and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And the returner is brought down. Offense back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Here he goes. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down after a short gain there.
so much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. The right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw, and look at these yards.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a first down at the 21.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. And now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Now here's the toss play. Breaks an open space. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Kansas State. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kurt? They can't stop the running back, feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
And the coverage guys make the tackle. After all that effort, he'd been better off just taking a knee there.
First and 10.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Dropping back. It's Moore. It's a quick grab. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play. And it's Kansas State on top now, Kurt. In these playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle. The shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the fourth by going to the air. The receiver makes the catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
There's the handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. That's a quick shovel pass. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Boy, great job here by the quarterback to find the running back out of the backfield. That'll earn his team a new set of downs.
The Ducks looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
second down and goal upcoming.
Here we go. Check.
The one to the left, trying to find pay dirt. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, maybe you hold them to 3 points.
An important third down and goal now. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're going to come up short of the end zone, and now they've got an interesting dilemma on their hands. Down by a couple possessions, do they go for a field goal and hope to get the ball back with a chance potentially to win the game? Or this close, do they pull the trigger and take a chance to get the 6 points now?
A field goal here doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 on fourth down.
Ready.
To the air. It's Moore. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Leaning on the run game here late. They get him down, but he gets the ball across the 10-yard line. Important second down play coming up. We'll try to run it with the option. Oh, a fumble here. Can you believe it? The offense has it. It's still going. That'll be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
He's got room to run. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39.
Here we go.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking deep for late-game heroics. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Finally brought down at the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
Here we go. That huge explosive play has set the offense up in the red zone. The pass rush closing in. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have...
And it's picked off in the end zone. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So the drive will begin from the 1-yard line, 99 away from the end zone. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
I love this little touch pass call. It stretches this defense out, puts a lot of pressure on the defense to have to contain and get wide, and it can open up so many different aspects of the offensive playbook.
Looking to throw. It's Hawkins. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking to scramble. One last shot incomplete, but they wrap up the victory.